Breaking now on KHD.
And we begin tonight with new information on breaking news. We told you about at 5 o'clock, 2 emergency declarations for Spokane County. Good evening, I'm Dan Kleckner.
I'm Stephanie Vigil. Governor Jay Inslee declared a state of emergency for 28 counties, including Spokane, to help recover snow removal costs.
And in just the last half hour, Spokane County commissioners declared another state of emergency due to flooding and road washouts. All the road closures are listed at the bottom of your screen.
Let's get right to Blake Jensen. And Blake, this is why you've extended that weather authority alert.
Exactly, because the rain continues to fall, guys, and now all the rivers that we've been telling you about the last couple of days are flooding. They are all above flood stage now at this moment as the rain is falling. You take a look at the Sky Tracker radar, you notice all that green, but pay particular close attention down across the Palouse, where we've had some heavy rain the last couple of hours, and that's one of the rivers that is really seeing the worst of it. The Palouse River, flood warning until late tomorrow night, already 1.5 feet above flood stage and going to keep rising through tomorrow morning before it starts to recede. The St. Joe River also above flood stage, minor flooding happening right now, and we could see moderate flooding continuing to happen through the weekend. The Coeur d'Alene River also expected to flood all the way through the weekend, but cresting tomorrow at 45 feet tomorrow morning. And the Little Spokane River now right at flood stage, minor flooding happening now, expected to crest tomorrow morning and then recede a little bit, but more rain this weekend could cause it to crest again. That's what we're talking about when I see you back here in a few minutes, Steph.
All right, Blake, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, flooding in North Idaho actually caused a freight train to derail this morning. Take a look at these photos. The soil under the tracks was so wet that it washed out, causing the train to derail. The cars were loaded with grain, so nothing hazardous spilled. Tonight, crews are working to clean up that mess.
And again, as Blake just said, flood warnings continue in several parts across our viewing area. And one North Idaho town is no stranger to seeing high water. KHQ local news reporter Adam Mayer is in Potlatch.
Flooding in Potlatch is nothing new to residents here, but they say that this is the first time they've seen it this bad in years. It's like a wet sponge pouring out on it. It's not going to go anywhere but across the top.
Brett Hogeboom is a bus driver in Potlatch and lives on the other side of high waters. He says he hasn't seen the water this high in a few years.
The spring of '09 was the last time we had this much water on the road.
He says the Palouse River normally floods right around this time. The mixture of winter snow and March rain heavily saturate the ground. Being a bus driver in Potlatch, he knows not to risk driving through the high water.
There could be things going on under the water, washouts and things that we can't see.
But there were some who risked crossing the road that turned into a little river. We spoke with one right before he crossed.
It was not like this when I left to work this morning. It was about 20 feet of water now, more like 200, 300.
And if you do see high standing water, make sure to just turn around and don't drown. You don't know how deep that water could be.